All right, so I want to talk about having morals, integrity, honor, stuff like that, right? What's the fucking problem? Everyone nowadays, they're not living with integrity and honor, you know? It's almost like we haven't done enough soul searching, enough thinking as to what things we think are the correct things to do. What things are just? What things are morally acceptable for us? What things do we believe in fundamentally? What things do we support and act that way in the world, and properly act that way in the world and stand up against the opposite of those things, um, acting with a bit of honor as well. If you like men back in the day, everyone's just fucking fannies and pushovers, I think, but there's no honesty and honor that I see anymore. There's no camaraderie, and the main thing that I see is people that are just willing to shit on people, like just snake their mates out. And I'm not talking about say obviously like my mates are a bunch of blokes. I'm not just saying snake their mates out as in like with women, but do you know what I mean? Snake as in not just get with women, but just be a snake, do snaky things. Like, I don't know. I see people with like compromised moral compasses and like just acting with no honor and no integrity quite a lot. And like for me, I would never snake one of my friends out, and definitely not one of my best friends. But even like friends that I'm not close to anymore, but I still care about, or like people that I've actually fell out with and don't speak anymore. I still wouldn't do anything that would go against them or put them in a bad place, if you know what I mean. Like, there's some people I just wouldn't do things to disrespect their name or something like that, like, even because it would make me feel uncomfortable. I would feel like I'm doing something wrong, even if I'm not friends with them anymore, even if I'm not close to them, or even if we've fallen out. I would feel inside like I'm doing something wrong. So I wouldn't do that. I do have a like what I would think is a bit of integrity with stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't do something that I would feel like I'm compromising who I am and my values just because I'm not friends with someone anymore, just because we fell out. Like, it would still make me feel a certain way. But like, that kind of made me think, what is the issue? Is the issue that we don't understand our own values? We haven't thought them through properly? Or is the issue that people just don't care about other people in that way and just will just shit on them and just use them, and who gives a fuck? What is the problem? What do you think? What do you think the problem is? Is it that we don't understand our own values? We don't understand ourselves, the way we think, the way we conceptualize what is the best way to operate? Or is it that we're just in a I don't want to say in a society or in a culture, but certainly in our generation, it seems like there's a trend towards just fucking not not just using people in that sense, but it seems more like it's more transactional. Relationships seem quite a lot more transactional now, rather than before. Like my dad's mates. You think about that generation, and my mum's mates. They've been mates since fucking primary school, and they're just still friends. They move across the country, still friends. Like, if they go home, they'll meet up. They're still mates. Working. My dad's best mates. They don't live in the same part of the country. Just known them for years and years. Wouldn't do anything wrong by them. Picks up the phone, speaks to them every so often, catches up. But they're just fucking solid. It's not like based on who's currently around in your life, and who's doing the most for you now, and who's offering this to you, and who's exciting, and all this kind of shit. Like, our generation, or my generation, I don't know what generation you are watching this, but it just seems to be so fucked up in that respect. Like, people are just out to get what they can from people, it seems. And I find it quite a lot. Like, people will be my fucking best mate, and then just dropped, all of a sudden you don't hear from them for ages. And this is not even specifically one person. Like if you're watching this and you think, oh, that's me, you, if you have been my best mate, then you would know it's fucking everyone. People don't make effort like at all. It's fucking odd. People don't make effort, and then people that are really, really intense in your life, you just dropped one day. That's it. It's like, what? It's crazy. So I don't know what's wrong with people's moral compass or what's wrong with people's fucking values. You know, where's their honor, their integrity? What's happening to it? So it makes me think. Make sure you're living the most, I don't know, a life with the most integrity. You know, the most honor that you can. You know, this is one. You know, hopefully I can impart a bit of this into my son. I suppose I don't know how yet. You know, these things just evolve. Hopefully, but yeah, leaves me a bit. I don't want to say nihilistic. I'm not a nihilist, but there is a lot of things that make me feel a little bit of misanthropy towards the world. You know, a little bit like, are we a bit fucked? Is society going in the right way? My generation seems to be fucking degenerates. No integrity, no, like I've said, no integrity, no honor, no values, and the values that people do have are just absolutely warped beyond belief, and they're so self-serving, self-centered. It's fucking scary to think what the world's going to look like when I'm like a grandparent and my son is an adult and he's got kids, and what the fucking world is going to be like then when my generation are the oldest ones and there's no like traditional values anymore. Everything's just gone out the window, and it's just fucking scary to me, to be honest. We're going to be hopefully, fingers crossed, a little bit of that can come back. We can have some, you know, some strong values come up, masculine and feminine. You know, they're not always out for the men, even though obviously I relate more to being a man because I am a man. So my message, I guess, would be slightly more from the bias of me because that's the life I'm living, the way I'm experiencing life. But you know, for the masculine and the feminine, I think, you know, we need to improve these things. I'm not going to rant anyway. I'm not going to rant too much longer. Bit of honesty, bit of honor, bit of integrity. Think about your values. What things you believe should be happening in the world, and let's try and live by those values and standards that we set for ourselves. Actually do it and not, you know, cause so much negativity in the world. You know, stay hydrated, drink your water. Right. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know anything. Nice one.